Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, we're gonna watch something here I've never seen before. It's called FLESHEATER. Let's check it out. It's coming to get you. It starts with a bunch of kids taking a hayride.
I'm tired of the one being the one.
Parky. Nobody's ever seen him since then.
Sammy joined the army. Yeah, and his girlfriend Janie got pregnant, went to Virginia to have the baby at her aunt's.
That's what everybody thinks.
Nearby, the guy who was pulling the tractor, or driving the tractor with his kids on it, finds a grave or something with an inscription: "This evil which will take flesh and blood from thee, and turn all ye unto evil."
Jesus.
Well, the guy opens it up, and sure enough, it's the guy from Night of the Living Dead. The kids are oblivious to the carnage nearby, and they're just partying, dancing. This is gonna show her boobs in a second. Meanwhile, the tractor driver farmer guy is a zombie himself now. The original zombie is now killing everybody. The majority of the rest of the film is our zombies who are growing in numbers, just killing people. This girl's name is Lisa. Her friends come to help her and pull her away from the dude, but she's mortally wounded at this point, and you know what happens when you're bitten by a zombie and live. Case in point, that couple in the barn. So they locked themselves in a nearby farmhouse, and for whatever reason, he refuses to let these two in.
Come on, man, those things are right behind us.
It's too late! Go find someplace else to hide!
Oh, you bastard!
Somebody, who's at the door?
It was Bob and Sally.
Why the fuck didn't you let them in?
We can't. Those things are too close. We can't take the chance.
What are you talking about, man? You're crazy.
Ralph.
They're hiding in the basement now.
It is. And
So they put one board across the window to keep the zombies out.
look,
That ought to
go
do
make
it.
sure everything else is secure, alright?
Okay.
Oh, I guess not.
Soon, okay?
Oh my god!
Our lead zombie uses an axe. That's actually a pretty cool scene. Next thing you know, we're in a suburban home somewhere on Halloween
Yes, I
night.
heard you.
Please hurry. The kids are anxious to go, and I need you to answer the door for me till my husband gets home.
I'll be down in a minute.
Wow. You're supposed to say trick or treat.
I think that actress is Zombie's daughter.
Hiding! Oh God, hiding!
The chick upstairs, Susan, is gonna get killed too.
Jesus Christ.
And a little while later, she's discovered. And the family takes him down. They even take out police cars and the cops inside of them. Zombies are everywhere now.
care of myself.
Fast forward again, we have a different couple in a barn.
I'm particular about who I
Probably the
call,
same barn. Where
I don't just date
first one was
anyone,
filmed.
Paul.
Oh, Steve. My name's Steve.
Yeah, Steve, I met Steve.
You're just complaining.
There's a Halloween party going on.
Andy, you're drinking too much.
Here come Bob and Sally.
We need your help.
We were the old friends, and we were
Let me explain. This is gonna sound very strange, but you've got to believe us.
Who the hell are you guys? Come dance with me and I will suck your blood.
The zombies follow Bob and Sally though.
Oh my God!
That blonde girl tried to escape and she gets hooked for her efforts.
So aim for their heads, shoot to kill. Even if it's
A posse is formed. The guy in the right was in the original Night of the Living Dead.
don't kill them.
Shot the guy at the end of the
Don't
movie.
anyone wander off by themselves. We want no mistakes, no people getting killed. One.
So the zombie starts doing his thing. The little girl Heidi.
You okay, sweetheart?
So Vince, the guy at the end of Night of the Living Dead, does the same thing in this film. Bob and Sally come out. They're not zombies.
Good shot, Vince. Yeah, I'm getting pretty good at this.
The authorities burn everything to the ground. Our last scene in the film.
Jesus Christ!
The zombie play continues. All right, let's talk about Flesh Eater, Revenge of the Living Dead. All right, this was written, directed, and stars William Heinzman. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. He was the first zombie you saw at the beginning of the original Night of the Living Dead from 1968, the one in the cemetery where Johnny was like, "They're coming to get you, Barbara," and we see this guy wandering through the cemetery. That's who this guy is. He did a few George Romero movies over the years, small parts, nothing as memorable as the original scene there. Then in 1988, he decided to put this little opus together. Okay, it starts out with some kids on a hayride, and the tractor guy lets them off to camp and party in the woods, I guess. And then he continues on, then he finds this like grave in the ground. He opens it up for whatever reason, and our zombie's inside. And he immediately wakes up, opens his eyes, and bites the guy. And then he's wandering around, and he'll bite anybody that he comes in contact with. Well, the zombie plague spreads pretty quickly. The kids at the party get killed, bitten. They start turning into zombies. The ones who are left hole up in a house somewhere. And then they try to keep the zombies out. Literally, the guy put one beam across the window, and that was going to hold them all out. It didn't do shit. Next thing you know, zombies are breaking in and basically kill everybody, except Bob and Sally, who were hiding in the basement. They run away and end up at a party, a Halloween party. It's Halloween night, apparently. And they try to convince everybody there's a problem. There's killers on the loose, these zombies. People are too drunk to even care. Zombies come in and basically wipe them all out. We see Bill Heinzman here, our lead zombie, goes into a suburban neighborhood. It's trick or treat. So little girl answers the door thinking it's trick or treater. She's impressed by the guy's costume, but it's not a costume. He picks her up and eats her. And then he picks off the rest of the family. And then they all turn into zombies too. A posse is eventually formed to start shooting the zombies, kind of very much like the Night of the Living Dead. In fact, one of the posse members, a guy named Vince, was the actor, same actor who was in the original Night of the Living Dead. He's the one who shot the black guy, our main lead character in Night of the Living Dead at the end of the film. He wasn't a zombie. So he basically does the same thing here. They start shooting everybody they can, shooting them in the head so they kill them. Bob and Sally come out of their hiding place the next morning from a barn, and Vince, the same guy, shoots them both in the head. And then the authorities decide to burn everything to the ground, the various barns and whatever else. Our last scene in the movie, one of the cops is looking through some of the rubbish, and he sees our main zombie, Bill Heinzman there. He's still alive, bites the cop, and that's how our movie ends. So there you go. That is Flesh Eater. Now, is this a good movie? No, but you know, it is what it is. And for what it is, it actually isn't quite so bad. There's a lot of gore in this movie, and some of the gore is pretty decent, actually. Just a ton of gore, actually. There's some nudity thrown in, a few topless scenes, a full frontal nude scene from this girl, Susan, who was, I don't know, maybe in the babysitter at that suburban home. Yeah, it's a typical 80s horror film in that regard. There's not a lot of plot to get in the way here, though. It's mostly, we don't get to like latch onto any of our characters, and there's no character development. Let's just put it that way. The only characters we see throughout the film are Bill Heinzman there, the main zombie, and this Bob and Sally we see a little bit. But even them, they're not in there a whole lot either. So it's just basically one zombie feast after another throughout this film, and 88 minutes later, we're done. There you go. So anyway, that is Flesh Eater. Now, the little girl, her name was Heidi. I looked her up. I thought he may have been the grandson of William Heinzman here. But from what I read, she's actually his daughter. She actually works in Hollywood now, like an assistant producer on some other things. So good for her. William Heinzman has been deceased for about 10 years. There was a couple other Heinzmans, I think, in the cast, or at least one. The mother, who played the mother little girl. I'm guessing she may have been the mother/wife of William. I don't know. But anyway, that's it. That's Flesh Eater. Now, I just got this film recently. This was it Severin or Vinegar Syndrome? I always get them confused. Vinegar Syndrome put this out. It's actually a 4K Blu-ray combo here with a nice little slipcover. So how about that? Flesh Eater is available in 4K. Who'd have ever thought that? So again, I never saw this movie back in the day. None of the video stores in my area ever carried this thing. I probably would have recognized the main zombie there and picked it up back then, but never heard of it. I don't think I've even heard of it until much recently, actually. So there you go. Flesh Eater. Check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about it. It's called Flesh Eater. I just said that. Watch it. Bye. They're coming to get you, Barbara.